Yo, what up, family? OG Troy Niles. I'm here, and today we got a very special little live, and we're here to talk about the Bitcoin BTF. And Crypto Cliff always like me to start with this song, so we're gonna bring the pain today. And today I have Kevin Coles and Crypto Cliff. What
What's
up,
going
fellas?
on?
What's happening?
Oh, not too much, man. Just hanging out in this beautiful evening. How you doing?
Okay, so we got Kevin Coles calling in from San Jose, California. We got Crypto Cliff from the Swats. Well, he ain't in the Swats, but he's out there in Atlanta. He just froze up a little bit. Hopefully, he'll be back. But today we're here to talk about something that happened within the industry. Is the Bitcoin ETF. Before we go, man, let's introduce people to Kevin. Kevin, tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, man, and just that kind of thing. Take about a minute.
Man, I'm Kevin Cole, man. I'm from Louisiana, from a very small town. I'm an RN by trade, and in my free time, I like to invest and read some investment books and try to be up on knowledge and try to keep the culture informed on what's going on in the stock market. I'm slightly invested into crypto too, but my biggest thing is getting people in the stock market, getting invested, and getting the culture to start to make some moves and make some money.
That's pretty dope, man. You don't sound like you've been out of Louisiana that long. How long you been in Cali?
I've been here about 3 years, man.
Okay,
Yeah, about 3 years.
it's gonna take about three more to get that Louisiana out you. And some people choose to keep it. So hey, man, I'm gonna let you guys get it. This is Crypto Cliff. This is a crypto conversation. We're here with Kevin Cole. Talk about the Bitcoin ETF. I'm gonna let you guys take it. Go ahead, take it away. Cliff, go ahead and run this right here, man.
What's going on with you, brother?
Not too much. What's going on, Cliff?
Oh, not much, man. Just out, doing some ripping and running, man. Got some major news that happened in the crypto space and investment space. Period. To be honest,
Yeah,
with the Bitcoin ETF finally after all these years. Tried once in 2019. That was a total flop. I know they tried again, actually in 2019, and that was a denied. So, what do you
yeah.
think was different about this time around?
You kind of broke up there, but I think I know where you were going with it. So I think what was different now with Bitcoin and with the ETF versus 2019 and all the previous years before it was passed is that Bitcoin is starting to have some legitimacy. It's no longer speculative. I mean, it's still speculative, but it's starting to gain talk amongst the SEC and amongst investment communities. Before then, nobody really believed in crypto. If you can go back as far as 2013 when they started to try to push the ETFs. Nobody really picked it up, and now what you're seeing not only the crypto enthusiasts, but you're seeing people outside the crypto community starting to become really interested in the topic and start to get in. They want to have some type of touch or their hands on the crypto in some way or form.
Okay,
That happening, man. Is the old time money is not starting finally coming and get into the crypto adoption game. The old money that been around since our people were enslaved are now starting to see the value of cryptocurrency and see it as actually not going anywhere. So Bitcoin to actually put Bitcoin as an ETF, is major when it comes down to the crypto space in a whole. Now, with that being said, my personal opinion on it. Now, I had a bunch of brothers hit me up earlier and asked me should they invest into the NFT right now. I mean, not the NFT, but the ETF right now. And my thing is, I would actually hold off on it for a moment.
Definitely, I would definitely wait.
Yeah, so that's my not financial advice, but financial advice. I would hold off of it for a moment because what's going to get ready to happen and what's going to occur is all the whales are going to get into the market. And once that price point jumps up, what whales do? They splash.
Yeah.
And once that major splash actually happens in the market, you will see a lower Bitcoin EFT.
Yeah. Also,
What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Also, I want to make the disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, and investing does come with risk, and you can lose money. Just want to throw that out there.
Oh yeah, exactly. We just some brothers just talking about some stuff we don't even know what we're talking about right now.
But, no, I think you're absolutely right, man. With this new ETF being formed, definitely you're gonna see a lot of money being thrown at, and the biggest thing is going to be this institutional money because what they're gonna do is, like you said, they're the whales of the market. They run the market. They're trying to see where it's gonna go, and to be honest, this is just the start. This is the first ETF, and there's actually another one dropping tomorrow. I'll get into that a little bit further, but a lot more brokerages are going to start doing their own version of a Bitcoin ETF. So what you're going to see is this slew of money coming in, and when it's really going to pick up is when they start putting these type of things into retirement funds where everyday people can have access to it. So like I say, this is just the beginning. Today we saw, a simple 4% rise in the stock, but I think it's got a lot of room to grow, definitely, especially with Bitcoin moving. But time will tell for sure.
I had a question.
Oh yeah, time definitely was going to tell, man. This is
you got to know, like what explain what ETF is, like when futures, options, like what exactly is it?
So an ETF is just like, it's a type of security tracked by an index, a sector, a commodity, or an asset. It can be purchased on the stock exchange just like a stock. It can be bought and sold. And the ETF can include different types of investments. It can include stocks, bonds, or commodities. So in this specific case, when we're talking about the Bitcoin ETF BITO, it would be considered an asset. Right now they're considering Bitcoin an asset. So that's what it is. That's basically what an ETF is.
Do you see it going to other coins, or is it going to stay with Bitcoin for a while? Do you see it going to, Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency?
Maybe in the future, but I think right now they're going to focus just on Bitcoin because it's the most stable coin and it was the first. It's like it's the granddaddy of them all, as they would say. So I think for now they're not gonna jump into these the altcoins or anything other than Bitcoin for the currently.
Cool. So how long have you been in the market, in the stock market, and what made you decide to get into the stock market?
Man, I've been into it since 2009, but that was like just me just starting to do a little bit, but I would say consistently in the stock market since 2011, 12 for sure.
And so what would your message be to someone who's looking to get into the stock market or crypto?
Man, the best explanation I can give is just start. You're never going to know it all. And I think that was the biggest thing whenever I started. I didn't have any resource to go to. My resource was just like everybody else. It was online. It was books. I don't have a rich person in my family. I didn't have any rich friends. I didn't have anybody who I could just go to and get that investment advice. This is a 10-year stretch for me. So now it's so easy for people to just tap in online to get the information that they want or the information they seek. You could find it anywhere, but that wasn't really, even though I'm young, it really wasn't available. Even in 2010 and 11, it wasn't like a person I could go to. Gotcha. So that's pretty much what got me into it. And just basically seeing people around me be poor, man. I hate to use the word poor, but when we're a community that lacks and we're a community that doesn't grasp onto investing. And I just noticed the richest people in the world are investors. And, I'm going to do what they do. If they're making the money investing, hey, why not? Why can't I do it?
Did that happen because you started to be around your profession, which is a registered nurse, which is a highly respected career? Did you start talking to people and hearing people talking about investments? Because I'm sure you wasn't hearing that, in the small town Louisiana or in the hood.
Actually, a little bit, but not really, man. It really started on a debt-free journey is how it kind of started, man. I used to work with these guys in the office, make that story real quick, but these guys would always be reading books every night. And one of the guys had a book by Dave Ramsey, The Total Money Makeover. And I tell you what, that was the first book I actually read front, back, cover to cover. And when I read it, I was instantly hooked. When I realized that there was a life beyond, what I was taught, being debt free and actually having assets and having things that can grow out from that moment on, I was completely hooked.
Cool. What's up, Cliff? You back? Part of
being, I'm back, man. I'm back. I had some.
Well, part of being in one of them nice neighborhoods, they don't like cellular towers out there in the nice neighborhoods. That's probably why you having the issues. But tell us a little bit about your investment journey. How did you get started? I know you were on trucks and you decided you don't want to do that no more.
Oh yeah, man. I got tired of risking my life out there on the road, to be honest, and I had to actually allocate my time. I'm not even gonna say my funds. Allocate my time towards my family. My main objective to becoming an investor was to actually be able to spend more time with my girls. At the time, like I said, I had my oldest daughter who is 16 now. I had her, and she pretty much was there my whole entire driving career. But when I had my two younger twin girls, that changed everything, because now my wife couldn't just take care of one child; she had to take care of three, and I couldn't be over there on the road, pretty much, pushing tires to asphalt when my wife was at home struggling with three girls. So I had to allocate my time to something that's more that helped us in the long run gain more wealth versus me just having a career. So my investment journey started out with me actually starting out in the Forex market. And I lost a lot of money in the Forex market. I'm not going to lie, but it gave me an opportunity to learn how to read charts.
Right.
So I took that skill set and started putting it in other different avenues. I started in the options market. I actually lost a lot of money in options. So I call my journey the greatest loser. So the greatest loser. So from that point on, I started
education. You just out there paying for your education.
Yeah, pretty much I was going to college. That's what they call it, going to school. You know, most people go to college and don't actually get into what they went to college and got the degree for. So I pretty much was going to financial college. But like I said, I call it the greatest loser. So, and I lost so much that I started winning. I got into stocks. Once I got into stocks, I continued going in the Forex market. I actually became, quite successful in the Forex trading market. And but when I heard about cryptocurrency, it caught my eye. It was something that I could digest very easily. It's something that really, really resonated with me. And I seen the value in the technology behind cryptocurrency. And that's what got me hooked. Like I like to say, I'm a crackhead for crypto.
Crackhead for crypto. Yeah, I like that. Hey, look, man, I am looking forward to
hear me?
Not only you coming to Dallas, but also Kevin coming into Dallas this weekend, where we're going to be talking about crypto investing. And then with Kevin here, I'm sure we're going to be talking about some other things, because you said Kevin's smart in other areas, not just the ETF and in investing. So Kevin, be ready to be talking. Be ready to be up on the stage, man.
I'm all right, man. I know a little bit.
You know a little bit, huh? Hey, that you know what? In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. We just need someone who know a little bit more in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Well, look, I ain't gonna hold y'all long, man. I know you're coming to Dallas. Have you ever been to Dallas? Well, you're from Louisiana. Of course you've been to Dallas.
Yes. Oh yeah, I've been to Dallas several times.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to you coming through here. I'm looking forward to adding Crypto Cliff back to the stream. And hey, Crypto, you got anything you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
Hey, brothers, I just want to say, man, we'll be in Dallas. We'll be in Dallas. We will be in Dallas this Saturday. BMMO is coming to Dallas. Y'all come out and show out, and let's show up. I mean, show up so we can show out and get this information, man. Let's go ahead and start pushing this movement. This is a movement we're doing right now. It's not just about finances. Like I said, once you start investing in every aspect of your life. So come out here and start getting this information.
Kevin,
and I want to thank my brother Kevin.
Yeah, I just want to before we get off, I think some people need to know about what the Bitcoin ETF is a little bit more, just so they have a little more insight exactly what it is. BITO is an ETF, but I think they need to understand that it's involving futures contracts. And basically what it is that they're these people who are running the funds, these mutual fund managers, because it is a mutual fund. These people are going to be speculating the price of Bitcoin in the future. So whenever you're buying this current ETF, you need to know that you're speculating. You're basically buying into an ETF that's speculating that Bitcoin is going to go higher in the future. So it won't necessarily have the gains of Bitcoin, but you will get the gains of those future contracts if those contracts expire and you are in the win. It doesn't function like a typical ETF. So that's something people need to be aware of. Also, if they plan on buying it, the other thing they need to be aware of is the fees on this. I'm not sure if people watch the fees a lot of these ETFs, but it's very high for this one in particular. It's 0.9%. Your typical ETF is going to run you somewhere between 0.4. And if you're in an index fund, you can be as low as 0.02, especially with Vanguard. Vanguard offers some of the best index funds. So that's just something to be aware of if people want to jump into this, without actually. The only good thing about this fund that I find is that you have exposure to Bitcoin without actually owning it. And a lot of people don't want to actually own it because they don't want to learn about it. They don't want to learn how to have to save those storage keys and log onto these brokerages and buy it. So when you're in this index fund, it's basically giving you exposure to Bitcoin without actually owning it.
I didn't think of it like that. Crypto, you want to add to that? People do not want to learn about it. What is it about people, specifically our people, who don't want to open their minds, change their mindset, and learn new things that can help them now and in the future?
I'm going to put this on a t-shirt one day. People are comfortable being uncomfortably comfortable. They're comfortable being uncomfortable. That's point blank period. We get so complacent in our misery that we actually get to a state of blissful insanity to where we actually think that we're actually doing something when we actually not. People are lazy. The average person is lazy. The average person would rather look at Love and Hip Hop on TV versus actually going and learning about their financial freedom.
Yeah, man, that is being entertained. I've seen in the last 5 years has been the currency of it seemed like the career of people. Like you just want to be blissfully entertained. We want to do dance videos and learn the latest dances without learning something as simple as math. Basically, this is what we're talking about is math, right?
Yeah, it's math, and it's honestly a simple math, especially when you take the dollar cost averaging investing model and actually put it into the crypto space or the stock market. Yes. It's very simple math, and once you learn how to do it, you'll never forget how to do it, and you'll realize how easy this stuff really is. That's one of the biggest shockers to me was like this stuff is actually not as hard as I thought it was, and that's the concept I want most people to grasp, that this stuff is not hard. I was a C student. I was not an AB student. You know what I mean? At all. So if I can get it, being a C student, well, hell, Trump was a C student. He became the president of the United States. If he can get it,
yeah,
you know what I mean? If a normal person can get this stuff, you can get these concepts. It's very easy. The thing is, you got to get off your ass and actually do it.
Yeah. You know, Robert Kiyosaki has a book called A students work for C students and B students work for the government.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, that's one of the truest statements ever, man. Just think about it. You want to be around people that are smarter than you, but you also need to know the skills to actually manipulate those people to think that you're smarter than them.
Right.
That's business.
If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in trouble.
Also, that's business.
Yeah. And something to touch on, man, is the imagery and the company to keep. If you look at the imagery that we saw before 2020, 2021, there weren't really any people that looked like us that were talking about investing. You know, this is something fairly new to the scene, and there's, shout out to EYL as one of the big platforms out there, but, you don't see it. And this is something all new. So whenever I definitely understand people that look like us having caution to come into it, but know that this space is for everybody. Anybody who's willing to learn and willing to try something new and basically take a chance. At worst, you're taking a chance and you something that could potentially change your life forever.
Well, Brother Pace said he
definitely,
ready to learn.
Man. Definitely, man. Look here. It's all about you. You got to be able to believe in yourself enough to get out your own way.
Yeah.
It's all about you. Because at the end of the day, you're the only person standing in front of you that's not getting shit done. Be angry enough about your situation to get shit done. Anger gets shit done. You know what I mean? I got angry about my financial situation.
That's another thing you need to put on the shirt, Cliff. Anger gets shit done. You got angry about your finances situation. Keep going.
Just think about it. You turn around and every time you look at your bank, you have to look at your bank account before you go to the grocery store and realize, and kind of pinpoint what you can buy and what you can't buy from a grocery store to feed your family. You in a desperate state. You're in a dire state. Think about that. If you got to make a life decision when you go to the gas tank, you're at a depressed state. So why not come and get this information that's going to help you out in your future, and not only help you out, because once you become financial literate and you start doing things to help you out, your family is going to benefit off of it. And now your children are learning how to be financial literate for the future. Literate, you know what I mean? So it all starts with you. It all starts with you. Everything starts with you. So be proud, be humble enough to get off your own ass and get to this knowledge.
Get to this knowledge. All right, with that, fellas, I'm gonna play our commercial. Y'all hold on, and here we go.